herzlich willkommen. Wir spielen heute wieder Danganronpa. It's Danganronpa Dienstag, meine Freunde. So. Ihr seid schon funny, ganz ehrlich. Bam! Gebt mir einmal ganz kurz Rückmeldung. Ist das Game zu laut? Ist es zu leise? Wie sieht's aus? Ich meine, es ist okay, so wie es ist. Im Vergleich zu mir. Ob man alles gut hört. Hier ist kalt. Nichts da mit mehr Bubis. Hier ist kalt. Die bleiben aktuell in dem Pulli, so wie sie sind. Meine Hände frieren, die Bubas frieren sonst auch. Das machen wir nicht. Also Sound ist gut. So. Meine Süßen. Hier war bis vor kurzem das Fenster komplett offen. Hier sind gerade 18 Grad drin gewesen. Also, ja, kalt. So. Wir waren Chapter 4 School Life. Continue, yes. Wir hatten noch Freetime über. Jetzt ist halt nur die Frage, mit wem quatschen wir denn noch? Wir hatten, also Kyoko ignoriert uns ja gekonnt und meidet uns ja gekonnt, wo sie nur kann. Mit Byakuya, I don't fucking know, ob ich mit dem Zeit verbringen will. Sakura wäre eigentlich ganz cool, dass wir da noch Zeit verbringen. Oder Hina. Toko weiß ich nicht. Oder Jill, je nachdem wer es ist. Es ist nie die... Also, sobald es hier wärmer wird... Sobald es hier mal wieder wärmer wird, dann wird es auch wieder ein bisschen freiere Klamotten geben, die ein bisschen mehr showen. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen mal zu... nee, nicht zu dir. Zu Sakura. Mit Sakura haben wir eigentlich bisher so gut wie noch gar nichts gemacht. Und ich hätte schon ein bisschen Bock drauf, mit der mal ein bisschen hier, ne? I appreciate the thought, but I'd like to be alone right now. I need time to myself. I need to think. Although that's one skill I haven't developed too much. Ah, bra, okay, mit der können wir nichts machen. Ja, da musst du selber irgendwie dich motivieren gerade. To be honest. Da musst du dich leider ein bisschen selber motivieren. Ah! Ich muss ganz kurz... So. Musste noch kurz was abklären. Dann lass doch einfach mit China labern. Ganz ehrlich. Die auch? Ach komm. Dann, bruh, seriously, mit wem können wir da noch unsere Zeit? Ja, dann kommt, lass zu Hiro gehen. Dann lass mal Hiro suchen. Der soll hier auch irgendwo umeinander chillen. Also, da ist... Ja, komm, lass Toko nehmen. Die ist jetzt am nächsten einfach. Gonna get out of here. Not that I'd have much to look forward to if I did get out. Spend some time with Toko. More pity. Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? Die Frau, ne? Also ernsthaft. Die eskaliert auch mal wieder anders da. Das ist schlimm mit der. Eine Sache müssen wir gleich mal mir hier aufmachen. Das ist... Einmal das hier brauche ich auf jeden Fall, weil sonst wird das auf jeden Fall nix heute. Wir brauchen das Game und ist mal wieder, ich bin mal wieder super vorbereitet, ne? Nicht? Aber ist mal wieder super. Return Toko. Ich bin auch mal wieder zu doof. The fuck? Was bei euch schon wieder falsch? Toko Free Time. Da haben wir es doch. Ja, genau, einmal mit Profis arbeiten. Genau, das wollte ich. Mein Gott. Alter, Toko and I grew a little closer today. Was hat die gleich wieder für einen Blick drauf? Das ist etwas, was sie mag. Also nehmen wir doch mal das da. Can't forgive this. I never forgive you for being this nice to me. Ja. Erstaunlicherweise, das habe ich gerade nachgeguckt, die Scheren sind keine Sachen, die Toko liebt. To be honest. Wenn sie Jill wäre, wäre es wieder was anderes. Aber da sie gerade nicht Jill ist, sondern Toko, einigen Commands weglassen, solange wir nur 3... Nein! Nein! Der Cooldown bleibt! Der Cooldown bleibt. Egal was ist. Maybe I should try to start a conversation? Toko, what? You want to talk to me? Well, I can't stop you, so talk already. Sure, but what should I say? What do you like to do in your spare time? Do you want to know? Well, I mean, sus. We're churchy together, right? If we're gonna be friends, it'll be nice to get to know each other. What you just say? After that part about being trapped, we're gonna be what? Friends? Die Lache, boah, bruh. What do you mean,
That
friends?
was the sound of a Fat King divorce!
Hi, Katzi. Hey, sweetheart. Ich dachte, okay, irgendwann wird Scar schon finden, dass ich das reingemacht habe. Aber funny, dass Laura jetzt als erstes den Alert triggert. Und ich fand den Sound in Kombination mit dem Spruch einfach, kannst du sagen, was du willst, aber ich fand den top. Ich fand den Peak. Wie, man hat mich nicht gehört. Das kann nicht sein. Das ist ja wild. Also, Mikrofon ist an. Man muss mich eigentlich hören. Fox, würdest du mal kurz gucken? Weil Mikro schlägt aus und normalerweise sollte man mich auch hören. Finde ich jetzt gerade ein bisschen weird, dass man mich nicht hört. Also, der Test sagt, man hört mich. Und ich habe nichts dran verändert beim letzten Mal. Also, hätte mich jetzt auch gewundert, wenn man auf TikTok Titi nichts hört. To be honest. Hast du vielleicht vergessen, den Sound an deinem Handy lauter zu machen bei TikTok. Nein, Spaß. Already been heard once before. I'm not gonna let it happen again. You've been heard what happened. Come on, you don't really care about me. You don't want to know about me. Even I know that. No, that's not true. Fine, then tell me. Tell you what. You know why they call me the ultimate writing prodigy, right? Sure, you've won all kinds of literature prizes and stuff. Then tell me what I'm good at. Tell me what my genre specifically is. If you really want to convince me you give a crap, you should at least know that. Romance war doch Toko ihr Ding, oder? Wenn ich mich jetzt nicht irre. Oder bin ich gerade ein bisschen dumm? Romance war's doch, ne? That's Romance, of course. You actually knew? Okay. Okay, dann habe ich damals richtig aufgepasst. Your biggest success was Soul Lingers the Ocean, right? Everyone says it's your masterpiece. The book was such a hit that Fisherman shot it to the top of all the hottest man paws, right? How did you know all that? There's no way you care about me. I'm telling you I do. I mean, we're friends, aren't we? I'm blind. Your straightforward nature blinded me. Oh, und da ist er weg. Hätte mich auch gewundert, wenn Sound auf Titi nicht funktioniert hätte. To be honest. Tucker ran off screaming like a banshee. The fuck? I'm not really sure. Does she hate me now? You just unlocked the skill vocabulary. Nice. Wir farmen hier gerade Skills. Das finde ich super. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Sagen wir jetzt Nighttime oder Nighttime? Let's get into the nighttime. Nighty night. Und Grüße an die Hummelbummel.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially night.
Warum übernimmt jetzt Laura bitte die Aufgabe von meinem Sprecherbeauftragten Nico eigentlich? Ja?
Okay, then.
Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ich bin gerade mal... Ja. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Na 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 na. After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Was für eine FNAF-Glocke? Ach, du meinst die Nighttime-Glocke? Mein Gott. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about to make you extra special? You can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. Hallo, Caroline! Welcome, welcome to the Danganronpa! But how's it any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said, you just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey? Of course I heard of it. I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend, hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Moment. Stimmt. Ich hab den total verpeilt. Und danke für den Log, ja, stimmt. Unser Brain Cell Command, den habe ich ja total vergessen zu promoten hier. Aber schön, Nico, dass du den gleich ausprobiert hast. Und dass du offen gestehst, dass du nur 45 Gehirnzellen gerade am Funktionieren hast. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but a crab doesn't stand a chance, right? Okay. Oh, ich liebe den Comment jetzt schon. What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's lightspeed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I choose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of
Monokuma.
Good
Morning, everyone.
It
It is now 7 a.m.
and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Ja, ich hab's total verpeilt, dass wir den ja eingerichtet hatten, weil du so fix warst. Aber ja, den Command gibt's jetzt hier auf der wunderschönen lila Plattform. I need to do something about Sakura. I'd better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Dann, I would say, the fuck. Was it someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Okay, bevor das jetzt gerade losgeht, machen wir mal kurz das hier. Yes. Hab ich doch gerade! Ich hab noch keinen Hype-Emote! Oh my god, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look. Hero's finger shook as he pointed. Hina und Jill battle?
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina.
You gotta be kidding.
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Digga, Laura einfach mal alle Dinger ausprobieren. Well, Tuck and Hina, just all of a sudden, they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table and that led to a sneeze. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? It might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse office. Come on here, help me. Sure thing. Die Lache eskaliert anders wild. Genocide Jax. Awesome. Danke, Focky. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Das eskalierte gerade ein bisschen anders wild. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know? Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Ja, was... Digga, du hättest ihr auch helfen können, bruh. Hey, you know, what the heck happened? We just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura. At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go. So I just... thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times. A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right? It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us. Sakura? You're hurt. What happened? Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Da ist jetzt jemand aber richtig sauer gerade. Bruder. Good. Here, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all the demented murderer's fiend's fault. Uh-oh. To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her. What is this? What is this? Das eskaliert gerade ein bisschen zu schnell. Bruh, I'm okay, really, it's just a scratch. Unforgivable. Here, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly. Why? Somebody save me. Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. Die größten Weicheier haben nur bis jetzt überlebt. Irgendwie haben teilweise die größten Weicheier bisher überlebt. Ich weiß nicht warum. But just a second later, what's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hero's spot in the room. I gathered that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line? Okay. Was hat die damit jetzt gemeint? Wait, Sakura. Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Na toll. Kyoko, are you so mad? Yeah, I figured. It's fine. Huh? About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. And do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it? You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. Es hat sie jetzt aber fast 2 Tage gebraucht, das zu checken, oder? That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that, I wouldn't...
such arrogance from you.
What?
Because...
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides, I may have overreacted. Oh, she's blushing. Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. Matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. What is it you wanted to talk to me? Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where? Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, sitting a brisk pace. Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her, and eventually we arrived. Okay. The dressing room? So something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to talk. He wants to ask us. Gottes Willen. Lesen, reden, bruh. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Dann hau mal raus. Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us? Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yes, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network. What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here saying I've finished my work? I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind will find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. Können wir nicht mal bitte so eine KI einfach mal bitte kriegen? Like, das wäre mal Oh, War das so laut? Also ich meine, ja, es sollte laut sein, aber war das jetzt so krass laut? Weil eigentlich sind die nicht ganz so extrem. Stellen wir die Alerts ein bisschen leiser. Beziehungsweise ich muss es dann später im Sound Alert Board machen. Muss man dann das Hydrate im Alert, Sound Alert Ding mal leiser stellen. Aber muss ich dann nach dem Stream? Ja, weil man kann im Sound Alert Board die Dinger separat leiser und lauter. Ja, wenn du es machen möchtest, dann kannst du es gerne ein bisschen leiser drehen. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed. Bruh, too admirable, too fragile. You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah. When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But...
Hey.
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now,
If you were in his place, should you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend? Da hat sie jetzt einen Punkt. Oh. Are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, just one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera? The secret room. That's it, the secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're
That's
right.
what we have to
But
do.
despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay, then I'll leave it to you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that, all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In this secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already, well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Let's see if there's a cable. Das heißt, wir müssen zum Jungsklo? Aber eine Etage höher war es, glaube ich. Hier irgendwo. Hi Hiro, dich will ich gerade nicht. Da hinten rum. Jill will ich auch nicht.
Just a second.
This isn't where we need to go. Come on, we have to hurry. Ich weiß nicht mehr, auf welchem scheiß Klo das war. Bruh. Ich hab vergessen, bei welchem Klo das war. Hier war es auf jeden Fall nicht. Ich weiß, dass es auf irgendeinem Jungsklo war, aber ich weiß nicht mehr auf welchem. Was ist das?
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What? Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful. I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thoroughful. I'm counting on you. Ja, ich wusste das Stockwerk, to be honest, nicht mehr. Dachte, es wäre Stockwerk jetzt 1 gewesen, aber war es nicht. Es war 2. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got it to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with a cable. And that should do it. Yeah, I think it worked. Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what... Hi, baby! Legs. Leggy legs. Hi. But legs. Serving legs? We're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us. As friends. Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko?
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up?
What is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we do?
so,
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego.
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, hat er sich hingelegt. I had completely dozed off. Ding dong! Na, wer will denn da was von mir? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Makoto.
Get out here. What's going on? Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Das klingelt der Speicherknopf. Sounds like something happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Kyoko, Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room, what's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break it, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to
We're going to force our way in. I just said, the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh, then why? It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if you break in.
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it. You can handle this, right? Come on, please, hurry. Okay, you do. Stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair, leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura. I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then...
A body
has been discovered!
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Wir haben eine Tote.
DANGANRONPA.
Huh? Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only, hey there, look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself. Pretty nice, White Ghost, and for you, how's it going? Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there, motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long. The title of this game is Danganronpa Happy Trigger Havoc. It's the game to the anime and the manga of Danganronpa. Better known with the mascot of Monokuma, the black and white teddy bear. I got everyone. What? Ogre? So she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura's murdered. And by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room. It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad. What are you doing here? Wenn man vom Teufel spricht, da ist unser Bärchen. Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right, it's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So, I do know who it was, but whoever the Black Ant is, this time I owe you one. You owe them one. Oopsie! Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad that it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then, let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura. Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is, Hirobyaku Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What? One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her. Boah, die ist mad, bro. Die ist so mad. Das ist unglaublich. Die ist so krass mad. Gerade einfach nur. Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force. You're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I want to ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you hear it? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
All clear now.
Then it's decided. Nothing's decided. I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Oof, here we go again. Das kann ja richtig spaßig jetzt dann werden, ne, Leute? I mean, das ist nicht ohne. Das ist jetzt unser wievielte Mordfall? Ich glaube, der 4. kann das sein? Wenn ich mich jetzt nicht ganz irre. Genau, das müsste jetzt der 4. sein. Der 3. war mit Celeste. Yes, here we go. Also, I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the room. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window. The fuck? Stimmt. Idol first, das war Sayaka. Fanboy second. Weep and Soldier Boy. Ich find's geil, dass Attacker als Soldier Boy betitelt. Geil. There's like zero escape, right? In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? More Compass uniform wearing guy. Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is where the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that a killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In other words,
Basically the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case it doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend that they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
Krieg ich auch nochmal einen Tee? Hast du noch heißes Wasser in der Teekanne?
Ich kann wieder welches machen.
Das wäre lieb.
Was für eine?
Egal. Hab's leer gemacht. Musste gerade nochmal gegenchecken, ob es wirklich leer war. By that mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Do you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
Ja, Loverboy hat seine kurzen Schlafshorts an. Da kann ich schlecht die Finger von lassen. I believe so, yes. So, when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. Was meinst du mit Oha bitte gerade? So, there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. You see, the way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Dann... Da haben wir was auf dem Boden. This looks like some kind of wrapper. That's... You recognize it. Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little, so I gave the candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself.
6 Minuten.
Merci. Danke. Smooch. I smooch. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all the flavor. Polka Dot Candy Wrapper. Dann haben wir da noch was Zerbrochenes. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. This is all red, and these are the top and bottom section of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Mim Springer. So, da oben. The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing there? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. Right, Sam? Someone was hiding here in the locker. And they left behind a little something extra, so that maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does this handprint mean? So, dann haben wir da die Monokuma-Flaschen. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles?
So,
It's not different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottles sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. Door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to the inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. Die Figur war nicht in der Hand von Sakura, sondern es lag hinter ihr. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that too hard if I were you, I know. But still, this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff, so she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be part of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does it matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? I'm not sure I see how. But okay. So, dann gucken wir noch mal kurz. Das haben wir. Sakuras Body selber. To her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that. That's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
What the heck?
You already know who did it.
Forgive you.
It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Wäre auf jeden Fall schon mal ziemlich logisch mit einer Vergiftung, dass eventuell Sakura vergiftet wurde. Mit ihrem ach so geliebten Proteinshakes, weil, wie jeder von allen wusste, er hatte die sehr gerne gemacht. Und es gab ja auch ein Chemielabor, wo ja auch Gifte umeinander standen, zu denen auch jeder Zugang hatte. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, even this never would have happened. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed? Yeah, she's not a type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Okay, da hinten haben wir alles auf jeden Fall. Jetzt nehmen wir noch Byakuya an. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by the monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my side. Okay, thanks. Bruh, chill. Can't see as much as possible. Ich hab doch schon alles. Eins. Ah, der Stuhl. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Dann müssen wir jetzt... those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. You sure? I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Oh, that's so creepy when die das macht. Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. Aura of total decay. Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She did look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was
Hoping to
hoping
talk to you.
about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you want to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. But I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with the master too? Just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Jetzt war so klar, dass sie nicht geht. Toka claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Ja. Hiro, da Sakura, Aoi. Hiro ist weiter hinten. Ah, Yasuhiro da. Nice. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How do you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. Das ist schon die ganze Zeit so, dass sie Darstellungen an der Tür so Baby-Pixel-Varianten von denen sind. Fällt dir das jetzt erst auf? Well, when did Sakura tell you that? Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. Ich finde die super süß, to be honest. Ich finde die Darstellung an der Tür echt niedlich. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, no, she gave it to me in person and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura? No way! Ja, aber ernsthaft cute Chibis, absolut. I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious. The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse office. I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. He was feeling around in his pockets. Sorry, it looked like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pockets. Quick as a wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash. Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. Ich finde die absolut süß, die Pixel-Zeichnungen von den Charakteren. Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me, ich finde das absolut süß. Man erkennt doch alle Charaktere. Ich weiß nicht, was dein Problem ist, Folks. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the Chem Lab. So, where should I start? Wir gehen mal... zum Chem Lab. Chem Lab war aber, ich glaube, oberste Data Center, Control Room. Ja, genau, Chem Lab, dahin. So. Wen meinst du mit? Wer datet wen? Ha? Oof. Hodo, did you have your eyes on the Chem Lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Aber sonst geht's ihm gut. Oh. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant right now. What's a powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan, but we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I draw up a sketch of the room. Was sich da die ganze Zeit so ein bisschen im Hintergrund räuspert, ist Loverboy. Der ist nicht genervt, der ist krank und ja, Hals und so. So, how's this? Not bad for you, I mean, for me. So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left this footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Und dafür hat er jetzt die Zeichnung gebraucht. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is it where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the front. Blah, blah, blah. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Thanks, boss. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Jetzt haben wir den Beweis. Oder den Hinweis. Let's see what's on the shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with a letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? And this shelf is a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents, but put simple, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Is that kind of harsh? What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Digga. Byakuya, ernsthaft, Bruder, chill. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I need to focus on the shelf. Containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B. Yeah, ernsthaft. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much. Byakuya ist einfach nur an ass as fuck. One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A for supplements, B for reagents, and section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on there. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Sus. Daran ist alles, was nur geht, sass. Runter wieder auf den 3. Stock. Und da geht's runter. Da wird jemandens Job einfach geklaut. Yes. Da lurkt die Frau schon die ganze Zeit und meldet sich nur, wenn ich mal wieder speichern sollte. Hat sich wahrscheinlich einen Timer gestellt. Einmal außen rum gelatscht. Einmal außen rum. Da haben wir den Rec Room.
Hey,
So, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toka and Hiro had to tell me.
see.
I see, so along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her, but it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. There are shards of glass, blah blah blah. Red, and these are the top and bottom, so this must have originally been a bottle. Die Figur haben wir auch. Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure you'll find it. Correlation? Can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. Ja, Springer und König fehlen. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway.
Can I gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the Camelot. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting,
So then,
is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
In
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is it possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Da liegen mehr Scherben, als es hätten sein sollen. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message?
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. Oh, Hina hat sich eingeschlagen. Hina hat sich eingeschlagen. Die bleibt jetzt da dabei. Ooh, that's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. Ooh, I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Und das Blut sollen wir uns nochmal angucken. There's a blood stain. Only assume that the blood is Sakura's. But it's strange if true, if it's so far away from where she died. So, dann haben wir eigentlich alles jetzt
in
so.
other words, hey,
Das haben wir schon. And the bottle all have something in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden there. Schaue ich mir jetzt nochmal. There's just something to be discovered from Sakura's
just a
body. Genau.
second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there's still sometimes... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes? You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
indeed
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled it off. Jetzt haben wir alles. Und meine Freunde, wir ziehen diese Trial jetzt auch durch. Die nehmen wir komplett mit.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
See you soon. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Let's go, I would say. Jetzt kommt der spannende Teil wieder. Mal schauen, ob wir es schaffen. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. What the... like, warum? Bruh, warum? It's just plain creepy. How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. I see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I don't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Ever. Yeah, wahrscheinlich. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. Let's go. And the person is here. Nee, der wird nicht befreit. Der bleibt schön brav im Keller. That person is one of us. Let's go. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Jetzt kommt der beste Part wieder. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clonking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And then suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. And here we are. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Shooting shit for the truth. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time, and that leads Ich liebe es, dass Katze fast die einzige ist, die Hydrate immer wieder einsetzt. Welchen habe ich da eigentlich gekriegt? Ah, gebrannte Wandel. Yay! Deadly class trial. Yes, we wanna pre-save. So, wir haben jetzt mega viele neue Skills gekriegt. Extraordinary focus increases the focus gauge by 2. Effective during the class trial. Cost 2. Nehmen wir. Increases the time limit for each phase. Effective during the... Nehmen wir. Cool and composed. Warte, wir machen mal die anderen raus, die wir jetzt noch drinnen hatten. So. Cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little. Effective during the non-stop debate at and the Hangman's Gambit. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire. Okay. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Increases damage to the opponent when the statement is destroyed. Nehmen wir auf jeden Fall. Increases bullet capacity. It allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Puh, 4. Das nehmen wir noch mit rein. 4, 5. Jetzt haben wir noch 3. Also Vocabulary können wir nicht mit reinnehmen. Roboter könnten wir noch mit reinnehmen. The speed of memorizing a statement. Wir nehmen noch Algorithm mit rein. Genau, so sieht's doch eigentlich gar nicht mal so schlecht aus. Finishing preparations and let's get into the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes
Der
will
wird's
determine
jedes
the
Mal
results.
erklären.
If you can figure out who done it, then
Who
only
done
they will
it?
receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. So, ihr eigener Account?
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those 3 specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before.
It was one of you.
Jetzt muss ich nur kurz nochmal nachgucken, wie so ging schneller.
Because you all had you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Ah!
Low. That's about as low
Bruh!
as you can get.
Ich muss ja gerade wieder gucken, wie war die Tastenbelegung für alles.
It was one of you.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, it's wrong.
Oha! Das wäre aber ein sehr krasser Weg, wenn es Aoi gewesen wäre.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does it mean one of them did it? Das Papier. Ja, frage ich mich auch.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Das stimmt.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Das ist eine Lüge. Der hat es auf jeden Fall gesehen.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
Warum? What the fuck?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Yeah, okay.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean...
Dati ba yun?
Sure, I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what you said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... when Sakura got the candy herself.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
I mean, what I meant...
was... Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Well, we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
The fact
I'm
that...
talking about her shining message.
Shining? What would the shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? I didn't do it.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you
Duh.
Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with a dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Nee, that macht gar nichts Sinn. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Die Mucke ist jedes Mal so gut.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I
Das
found
stimmt.
the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
What's your problem?
Damn it.
What I said makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body, but at the time, where was the magazine? Yeah, in the magazine shelf.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Das heißt, Treffer. Das kann er da gar nicht gefunden haben.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us.
Vienna
We know who the killer is.
sausage.
Toko!
Vienna sausage?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. The moment of truth. Oh god, ich hasse den Part.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30%
Ah,
right.
da.
The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Woo!
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Kyoko's examination. Bam, ba-dam, ba-ba-da-da. Break.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
I hope first try. I hope first try. I hope for it.
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's...
Der gibt aber so schnell auf.
He admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Was? You're admitting to killing her?
Just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sir, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
Oof, this is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Bruh, what?
So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Das wäre aber jetzt eine schnelle Class Strike gewesen, wenn das wirklich so der Fall wäre.
That's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. You ready to go, Cat,
Klar.
right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make sense.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Irgendjemand ist dann da hingegangen, hat wieder mit der Crime Scene irgendwie Blödsinn gemacht.
He's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what was written on it. Kann ja nur Toko gewesen sein, war ja ihr Name drin.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Yes.
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
Don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
Nope. Absolut nicht.
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't...
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Okay, yellow powder, Seda's body, Kyoko. Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Geht das
You
stimmt?
hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that the wounds on her head. Also, Sakura Kyokos Examination, es wurde jetzt zweimal eingeschlagen.
And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind, and you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
Nope, it was 2 times.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles
Es
themselves.
haben ja 2 Flaschen gefehlt, also klar, dass dann 2 Schläge auf den Kopf
There's
geknallt waren.
something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Wir haben nur die zweite Figur nicht gefunden.
After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf. And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Genau, die Scherben waren wie 2 Flaschen.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding, the chess piece. Hangman's Gambit! See, jetzt brauche ich E. Komm her. S. S. P. I. E. Nochmal E. Da haben wir's.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that mean?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces.
The queen is missing.
The queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Was hat das damit zu tun?
No, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Oh, doch.
The bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
Makes you so sure.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is Kyoko and I figured it out before. Wo ist es denn? Wo ist es denn? Da. The experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
What the fuck?
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside.
Warum sollte ich ein Thomas die Lokomotive-Spiel spielen?
But when they did, they must have left behind a
Ska?
few pieces.
Warum? Ja, ich bin aber kein Fan von Thomas. Warum?
Which which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number
I
of
mean,
pieces to remove.
Scar, du könntest deine Channel Points dafür ausgeben.
Why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Das ist dann nicht mein Problem, ob du genug Channel Points hast oder nicht. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by Sakura's second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second
Ja,
time
ich zum
Sakura
Beispiel
was
bin
attacked.
kein Fan von Thomas und oder Zügen, wie unsere Scar die Züge liebt. Und Laura liebt Züge nur, weil sie auf Rumis Schlafanzughose drauf sind, ne? Tschü.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
Wenn sie es nicht schon längst mal getan hat.
To make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Ach. Jetzt auf einmal ist er sich sicher, dass er nicht mehr Sakura umgebracht hat, sondern dass es jemand anderes war.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Ah, du bist
Plus,
dumm.
I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Okay, auf einmal, you did?
Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of
Kinda-
thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I
Ja,
hate those
bitte.
people.
Kann mal Hiro bitte den Brain Cell Command machen?
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Brain Cell for Hiro. 78. Mehr als erwartet. Nico von 45 auf 84 hochgestiegen. No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that Cho Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. New element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear it? Yes. So far, you've probably been pressing the Y button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate, simple pressing LB button. Big brain time. Oha, Laura, nur mit 33 dabei. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have your bullet to choose from. But for educational purpose, we're going to pretend you're set the mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go on. Well then, good luck and have fun. Wir sind bei der Hälfte. Krass. Breakpoint.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you.
Jetzt haben wir's. Locker Handprint.
This should prove it.
Digga. Ja, der Reload bringt mich immer raus aus dem Rhythmus.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
No, I swear, there's no...
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Hä? Ja,
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to
Alter.
go early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
wenn Byakuya sagt, spring, dann springt sie einfach nur noch.
Did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Ja, probably.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean...
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Schön wär's. Schön wär's, wenn das geht, Nico. So schön wär's.
everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Boy.
You collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know, but anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
That's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh, I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do
Not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is, I guess, also not Toko or Jill. Okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Ja, aber das kann nicht sein. So if the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, then the problem is, where did Sakura die?
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
You were taken by surprise. You smashed her head.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Das kann nicht sein. Die ist ja auf dem Stuhl gesessen. Darling.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Boah.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf is the blood.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Oha.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
Kann nicht sein, weil die Tür war offen.
Hectic. She just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself. The locker was...
I got it!
Der war ja offen.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... Also, wir kriegen ja die Informationen immer aus den Monokuma-Files in der Regel. Deswegen muss es ja da drin höchstwahrscheinlich irgendwas geben. Weil Aois Account kann es nicht sein und das Yellow Powder hat ja relativ wenig damit zu tun.
Genocide Jill's attack? And what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
If there's one place I might find a clue, it would have to be written in there.
What was it? It wasn't from Chippy. What was it?
There's no other clue. I can't think of
Anything other than the shot toward...
Es muss ja dann da drin stehen.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottle, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Jetzt kommt das ganze gelbe Pulver erst zur Ansprache.
This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe how the culprit was able to poison her?
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have.
Die Zunge ist schon krass von Genocide. Die Zunge ist schon echt...
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
The fuck?
And that's where I found...
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties
You.
What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements and positive section A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the content with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Weil die sehen halt alle nur die C-Flasche und C bedeutet ja, wie er erklärt hat, vergiftet, also Poison. Und deswegen haben sie gedacht, der schluckt da jetzt
Poison in the bottle, but harmless
Gift halt.
protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in, could it be? kann ja dann nur in dem Proteindrink von ihr gewesen sein. Ich brauche ein da. Er ist im Weg. Protein. Drink. Jetzt haben wir's. Here we go.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Das ist dann relativ easy.
All to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Given that it shows who switched them, it must be what we found in front of the shelf. Es waren die Fußabdrücke in dem Gedöns, weil was anderes kann es ja nicht sein.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Huh?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer what?
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
The fuck?
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are Makoto and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Are they yours? No. Deswegen hat ja die Footprints von Makoto geprüft.
Didn't belong to Makoto. That left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... The two of them were so close.
Oh, das wäre jetzt wirklich krass, wenn es wirklich Hina gewesen
That's
ist.
likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Was? Ich war's doch
She
nicht.
deceived the victim, and she tried
How
to
could
deceive
I
all
have
of
been the
us.
killer? Prove me wrong.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
Ich doch nicht.
She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poison.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she would.
Bruh. Warum bringt er jetzt Naruto in den ganzen Bums mit rein?
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for you. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible.
Seid
She
unmöglich,
switched out the
Kiddos.
mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was...
Was für ein Stern?
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Wow.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And
Das ist zu einfach.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
yeah.
If that's true. Die Footprints stimmen ja nicht.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Weil die... Ja, anscheinend.
You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you
Die
hear it.
Footprints
How long
müssten
until
dann
you're
aber
satisfied?
von C nach A gehen, wenn sie von C nach A gegangen ist. Wenn sie zuerst das Pulver fallen gelassen hat. Until we figured it out. Till I uncovered the full truth of this case. Die Footprints sagen was anderes.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section C.
Das kann nicht stimmen.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What? Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Das kann halt so nicht funktionieren. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved
Ja,
Section A.
China muss jemanden decken. Die Frage ist jetzt halt nur wen.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, oh, oh. Byakuya kommt ins Straucheln.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part,
Byakuya weiß nicht, wer es ist.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Yeah.
are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Piece of
It
glass.
sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed. Thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in a bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue the rec room window was.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a
Gute
shard
Nacht,
of
ja
glass
meine
in a window
Süße. Wir haben es, glaube ich, jetzt auch nicht mehr lange.
What's so strange about that?
what's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us. Section A was.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked, there's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Da hat aber jemand dann ganz gewaltig den Crime Scene. Oh! Oh! Da kommt jemand nicht hinterher. Oh, 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 oh.
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Weil die Scherben unterhalb von der Proteinflasche sind und nicht oben.
She was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right.
We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. Huh? It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Byakuya ist maximal
How
verwirrt.
can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence, there's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Wir brauchen auf jeden Fall den Proteindrink.
When
Genau.
it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the rec room was...
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Das war das letzte, deswegen das konnte nur noch das sein.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces
Bia
weren't
is
just scattered
pissed
around
as
the protein.
fuck right now.
He also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Oh, der Anblick gefällt mir von Bia. Der Anblick gefällt mir von Byakuya.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked
Serves
everyone
him
about
sowas
eliminating
von
that possibility
right.
right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Als ob Suizid nicht eine Möglichkeit wäre. Seriously.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Hat er gerade bitte gesagt?
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Die hat selber geholt. Sakura hat selber geholt. Die hat Suizid begangen.
It was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poison.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Also, es war ja gelbes Pulver vor dem Gedöns. Also, war es dann auch das, das gelbe Pulver?
What are you saying? Wrong. You're wrong. I'm telling you, I did it. Stop talking.
mein Gott.
Do you have any kind of proof, Sakura?
You should prove it.
Digga. Das ist Stress.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Das war gerade Stress.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf was Hina.
Wir haben das Rätsel fast gelöst.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Ja, bei Gott. Wir haben es fast.
Problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because
Hina.
killed her!
Come on, girl.
You didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura, the connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Da.
Here's my
Die hat
answer.
Suizid begangen, mein Gott.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Dass er auf die Idee nicht mal selber kommt, dass Suizid eine Möglichkeit gewesen ist.
You're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room. And she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create a locked room.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the
Yep.
bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Es dürfte nicht mehr lange gehen. Etwa noch 10 Minuten. Plus minus.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead.
Bin fast durch.
And because the bottle of poison
Zumindest
had
mit
rolled
diesem
near the
Case.
doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Das ist so krass.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Die hat sich selbst verraten.
Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Der hat's doch selber im zweiten Fall gemacht. Ich verstehe nicht, warum der jetzt auf einmal so schockiert ist, dass jemand anderes auch auf die Idee kommen würde.
No, I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not!
Ja,
It's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Closing Argument. Das Ende dieser Runde. So. Sakura hat zuerst überall die Notizen verteilt. Bei diesen dreien. Akt 2. Toko war früher da. Hat dann bemerkt, dass jemand reinkommt und versteckte sich in dem Locker. Dann kommt Hiro. Sakura gibt Hiro Candy. Hiro holt aus mit der Flasche und Kaching batscht das mit dem Springer, genau, so. Und danach hat er mit Sakuras Blut Toko in das Buch reingeschrieben. Das abgehauen. Toko hat dann das gesehen, ist raus, hat das Magazin genommen, hat es wieder da reingesteckt in den Halter, aber falsch rum. Sakura steht auf, Toko sieht das Blut und fällt in Ohnmacht. Dann kommt Jill und batscht nochmal drauf mit einer Flasche Nummer 2. Aber da ist dann die Queen drinnen. Sammelt alles weitestgehend auf, versteckt und haut ab. Akt 5. Sakura ist wieder bei Bewusstsein. Nimmt das hier, guckt nochmal hoch und haut weg den Spaß. Die drei finden's. Hina findet das Poisonfläschchen, steckt es ein, haut ab und gibt zu die anderen geholt zu haben. Meanwhile hat sie aber das geholt. Und ab jetzt
Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Number 1.
Specifically,
Perfect.
Those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Nice.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Ich bin gespannt, ob ich alles richtig habe. Aber es sah zumindest sehr, sehr richtig aus.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Ja, ich muss den Anime auch selber wieder rewatchen, not gonna lie. Der ist so gut. Ich habe auch die Mangas alle gelesen gehabt. Und dadurch, dass das neue Danganronpa-Spiel angekündigt war und ist, spielen wir jetzt die ganze Danganronpa-Reihe gerade durch. Deswegen, oh, ich liebe Danganronpa einfach. Alles, was damit zu tun hat.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear...
Das war das Richtige,
She
yes.
jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. Just like Hero, she grabbed another Monokuma
Sieht gut
bottle
aus,
and
dass wir alles richtig haben. First try.
this explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Es wäre so gut, wenn es jetzt alles richtig
Gathered up the
ist.
broken Monokuma bottle shards and the clean chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Yes!
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
Last act, the last
Later,
act.
the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Wir haben's first try geschafft. Yes!
The bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking,
Fuck yeah!
they did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Our baby is crying.
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to, how were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve the... See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Uh-oh. We fucking did it. Yes!
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Das ist ja jetzt also... Das ist ja nur noch lächerlich, ne? Nach dem hier speichern wir und dann haben wir auch für diesen Stream es geschafft. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here. So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
You know, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Why did you do that?
Don't be
We
mean.
almost died there. Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her, so that's why.
You should have been the one
I
to
couldn't
die.
let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins, because everyone, even me, we all killed her. You all have to pay for our crimes. If you're serious, you still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me?
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous it is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them. Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you. Please, don't think of things like that. You're not my enemy. They're friends. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet, you trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. What happened to you? You came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Yes. I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong? Why are you talking like that? I have a favor to ask. I like this protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura, so I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura,
Please!
Let me in. Please, open the door. Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Tiga, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is
Did you
this?
see? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant. Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other
Well,
words,
what I'm really trying to say is,
yes,
don't you
indeed.
think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of
Is it
course.
obvious?
Yep.
The suicide note, Sakura's suicide note. But Tina already... I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
Take. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. Then you lied to me. Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well, now,
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles as face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I don't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? That case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the Vil had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. Well, what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and sing. Cut. Then what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you
I'm
gonna
glad
do?
you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. You know, have you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of this story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Would you get on with it, please? Okay, geez, talk about buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reach another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. More than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, is it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion. This harmony, the Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe. And above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
To save you, and sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us. She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna
In the
do?
end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight, this is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
Don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. The heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am blowing out of the game. Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Bjarke, das ist me. Don't misunderstand, I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. If that's what you were thinking. Wherever Massa goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone...
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
Fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstory and get back on track.
You want me to
It's the
punish you
moment
guys?
you've all been waiting for, punishment time. Oh, wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me? Oh, heavens no. Just cause the black end is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you, I'm very particular about the beer times one rule. But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Hat er nicht. No fucking... The fuck? Das kam jetzt... Das kam wirklich unerwartet. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, bevor wir da jetzt weitergehen, machen wir hier für heute Schluss. Das kam hart unerwartet. Like, what the fucking hell? Wir haben gespeichert. Sakura ist tot. Und ja, anstelle von Sakura ist alter Ego jetzt auch noch mitgestorben. Like, what the fucking hell? Oh, holy moly. Hiermit machen wir auf jeden Fall Schluss. Den Rest machen wir das nächste Mal. Und bis dahin sage ich Dankeschön und bye bye. Bis Donnerstag. Ciao, ciao.